Hi, my name is Bintu and today I am going to teach you how to use checkbox and select box in JSP. While making web applications, you have to make certain page allowing the user to select several options out of the given options. For example, you are selling something and you want to give the options to user to select few of them. So for selecting a couple of options from several options, you need checkboxes. There is one more HTML element which is used to select from the several options is select. Select, it is also known as a combo box. I assume that you have seen my earlier videos on JSP. If you haven't, please search for Bintu Harwani on youtube.com and you will be able to see my earlier videos. I'll explain you how to do it practically. And I'll be using NetBeans IDE for running my JSP programs. NetBeans IDE is one of the very popularly used IDE, integrated development environment, which gives you a place to write, edit and compile your Java programs at one place. When you load NetBeans, you get the screen somewhat like this. The first step is to create a new project. So you click on File, go to New Project. We'll be selecting Java Web Category from this categories options, and here Web Application option. Click Next. Give any name. Say I'm giving Checkboxes app. It can be any name. Click on Next. I'll be using Apache Tomcat, and this is the Java compiler that it will be using for compiling your JSP programs. Let it be the default. Let it be the default options. Click on Next. I don't want to use any frameworks. Click on Finish. NetBeans will auto-generate several files for you. You don't have to write anything from the scratch. It will add one index.html file also with this default content. But I want to work with JSP, not HTML. So I delete this file. Right click on this file. Select delete option. After that, you right click on web pages node. Select new option and JSP. Give the name as options. Choose any name again. Finish. So this is the JSP file created for you with the default content. Here I have written already some content for you. See, this is that. This is a simple HTML program which is displaying certain checkboxes for you. You can see that these are the simple HTML tags. In this body element, you are finding that there's a title in heading 3 size. Choose the food items. After that, there's a form. This form is sending all your content to one file checkitems.jsp. And the data will be sent through get method. I hope you've seen my earlier videos which explain how the data is passed from one JSP form to another. And I've told you that there are two methods to send the data. One is get and another is post. So from here, this form, the data will be sent to checkitems.jsp. That means I have to add one more JSP file to this project by the name checkitems.jsp. In this form, I'm creating 4 checkboxes. One is displaying the option pizza and its price as $5. Hot dog with $3, noodles with $4, and burger with the price as $2. So after these checkboxes, you're displaying one submit button. Let the user select any of these checkboxes. He might select more than one option also. So what is this code is doing? It is simply displaying 4 checkboxes with 4 options, enabling the user to select any number of options. And the moment the user selects submit button, the chosen options will be sent to checkitems.jsp to display the result. So let's copy this content into my JSP file. Here, I'll replace this body element with this. So this will display the checkboxes. But when you click on submit, it needs to go to checkitems.jsp file. So let's add one more JSP file to this project. Right click on web pages node, new JSP option. Here I am adding one file. You don't have to add the extension JSP, automatically it will be added. Click on finish. This file is added to you with some default content, doesn't matter. We'll go to the checkitems.jsp. What this file is doing? Here again it will display one heading as the selected food items are in heading 3 size. It can be any size. You can make it simply bold also. This tag indicates to the JSP engine on the server that the following code is a JSP code. Please convert it into Java servlets, followed by compiling it into HTML code. All the checkboxes which will be selected will be saved into one variable fast food. So you're using request.getParameterValues. GetParameterValues is a method of the request class, and what it is doing, it is accessing all the items, all the checkboxes which are selected in the fast food variable. Suppose the user has selected 2 checkboxes, pizza and burger. So these pizza and burger will be stored into this fast food variable, and all the variables that are chosen are accessed and assigned to this string array called as food items. Here I am checking if food items is not equal to null. It might happen that user might not select any of the option. In that case, food items array will be assigned null. So it won't process anything. So if the user has selected any of the options, it will go into this if loop. Here I am displaying all the options that are selected by the user in the format of unordered list. So this UL is the unordered list element of HTML. So I am displaying UL element. After this UL element, I am displaying all the elements that are chosen by the user. How come? See, I am running a loop from for I0 0 till the length of the string array. So suppose the user selected 2 items, the value of food items will be 2. The loop will go from 0 to less than 2, that is from 0 to 1. In the first iteration, the value of I is 0. It is displaying food item 0, that is the first item that is selected. So it will display pizza and it will be displayed as a list item. After that, the value of I will be incremented to 1. It will select the next element, say hot dog or burger, whatever the user selected. Again, that will be displayed as a list element. After displaying all the elements that is being chosen by the user, the unordered list is over. And here this text shows that JSP code is over. Let's copy this code to your here. Now let's run it. Right click on the options to choose JSP, that is the first JSP file. Click on run file option. It is displaying all the checkboxes. Pizza, hot dog, it is displaying all the prices also. Suppose you chosen pizza $5. The value pizza will be assigned to fast food variable. If you choose hot dog $5, hot dog will be stored into the fast food variable. So the values that will be assigned will be these ones. These are the options that are displayed on the screen, and these are the values which are assigned to this fast food variable. When you run it, you select suppose say hot dog and noodles. Click on submit. It will display hot dog and noodles because these values were assigned to fast food variable and that was accessed check items.jsp file. If you select only a single item, doesn't matter, it will display only pizza. So this program is working perfectly well. What about I don't want these options that are chosen. I want the bill of the items that are chosen. So the code will change over here. I have to add one more file, calculate bill.jsp. Here I will display the total amount of the selected item is. This is just the heading. Whatever the options that are selected by the user will be accessed through get parameter values and it is assigned to the string array food items. I am checking if it is not null, then only you go into this loop. I have defined one integer variable amount and initialize is to 0 because here I will be adding prices of all the items that are selected. The for loop will go from 0 till the length of the array, and in the first iteration the value of I is 0. It is checking first array element. If it is equal to pizza, it will add 5 to the amount variable. So depending upon the array element, whatever its value is, it will add its price to the amount variable. Suppose the item that is chosen is hot dog. It will add 3 to the amount variable, incrementing its value. When the loop is over, it will display the output dollar and the total of the amount. So let's copy this code. We have to add one file, calculate bill to the project. So let's do that. Right click on web pages, new JSP, and give it the name calculate bill. Select the JSP file standard syntax option here, which is selected by default, and copy this code and replace it here with this body element. But this won't work. You have to go into the first file, options to choose, and replace here this check items by calculate bill. After selecting the checkboxes, you want it to go to calculate bill file. So right click on this file now, choose run file option, select say any 2 items, pizza and say burger $7. So it has added the items. You select say all the 4. So what should be the addition? 14. We can even display several options through select option 2. This is a select, asking the user to go to check items.jsp. When you display options through select box, if you are using the multiple tag here, it won't appear as a combo box. It will appear in the expanded form, in the format of list box. So it will display a list displaying all the 4 options. Pizza with the $5 as a price, hot dog with the $3. But if anybody selects hot dog $3, only the value which will be assigned to variable fast food is hot dog. Suppose user select noodles $4, it will assign noodles to fast food. And out of these 4 options, you are displaying burger as default selected. This selected means this option has to appear as selected by default. At the end of the select box, you are displaying one submit button. So if the user select submit button after selecting any of the options, he can select more than one option. When he selects submit, all the selected options will be assigned to fast food, and then the navigation will take place to check items.jsp to display what are the options are selected by the user. We'll replace this code into options to choose JSP file. So instead of checkboxes, we'll be having list box. Let's right click it, let's run it. Click run file. It is showing the burger as selected by default. So suppose if I click on submit, it will choose the burger as a default. See here. If I select burger and pizza, for selecting multiple items you have to press Ctrl key. Suppose I've selected pizza and burger and click submit. It is displaying you two options. You can select any number of options provided you press Ctrl key. If you find any problem, mail me at bmharvani@yahoo.com. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.